Today I will be interviewing Dana Dixon about his time in the Swedish colony.
That's Dana, So, but whatever. Yeah. One thing I noticed about your first question here is where the ballpark is now in Stockholm. You know the bandstand they have there.
Mm-hmm.
That was up by the Lutheran Church at one time. Our Lutheran Church in Stockholm, and people would come from Sweden sometimes twice a week on the weekends, and they played in the bandstand like. I can think of his name. They had the store Anderson up here across from the Lutheran Church. What was his name? I should know it. There was quite a few that played different instruments. Henry Anderson. That's who had the store. Yeah, and they would come up, and we thought that was a big deal that they played the musical instruments and that, and not too much singing was going on at the time, but the people would come all over and just sit around and at night and just listen to the different songs and that they had. Of course, those songs were back in my days were great songs compared to what they have now. But that was our deal.
Midsummer was.
Well, midsummer, we really didn't have a midsummer as a few people have down here, with the park and everything going on. But we would come down for that when, once we got it right, because we didn't have any cars, back in we were kids, so we had to pack in the one car, or hopefully somebody had a car, and then we used to come down to the park, which I enjoyed it down here, because that's many years ago now too. It's I'm not telling you my age either.
Doesn't matter.
No, it's just a number.
Yeah. What is the most memorable story for you?
The most memorable story. Well, I don't know if you consider it a story, but when I was a kid, Stockholm had a pretty good baseball team, hardball team, and they used to travel to Sinclair and around, and over at the park, they'd fill the places up in because my dad was an umpire, and you had Franny Anderson was a pitcher, and David Anderson shortstop, and that was, to me, that was a highlight right there, watching the people play, and just to do that again, if they had cameras or videos of that would make a wonderful thing. But that's one of my most memorable times, I would say.
How many siblings?
I have two brothers older than me. Wayne is the oldest. And then I have two sisters. They both passed away. Barbara's been gone now, maybe 5 years. And my other sister in Connecticut, Warina, she's been gone going on 2 years. So I'm the baby of the family. And Wayne, he'll be 80. My other brother, Lou Allen, he'll be 77. And next week I'll be 74. So.
How has the Swedish colony changed?
Yes, times have changed. I think people did more back in our days, and they had less to do with. But they got together as relatives, as friends, and had coffee or talked about different things. Where now everything is kind of in a rush. You do this, you do that. We were more. And Sundays we always visited Charlie Wedberg, because he would be brother to my mother, and we always some Sunday would go to different places. And to me, that was a great thing. As people sat down, they talked about things. Where now, most of the people sit down, younger kids and older, and all they do is tick, 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 tick. No conversations anymore like they used to have. I'll have supper later. We all sat down at the dinner table at one time, and that was, but I know things change, but sometimes I wonder if it's for the best.
How did you get to school?
We walked. When I was at school in Stockholm, yeah, we had a little over probably not quite a half a mile to walk, but, yeah. Which it did us good, because they didn't have buses back then in the day. So.
What type of chores did you have?
Well, in the fall of the year, Dad worked on the railroad, and we would go out and get hardwood. We would cut it up, put it down in the basement through the window door, and of course we always shoveled and did just the basics around the house. The girls did the laundry and the dishes, and the boys did the garbage and the shoveling.
Is there something that you wished you had or you wanted?
Uh, probably. Probably the best thing would be nice if you could have the whole family back at one time, but that's impossible, you know. And just to sit around and tell them what is going on now that they didn't see, you know. But that's no, that's wishful thinking. But I think that would be my priority if I had a chance.
Are there any other stories that jump out at you?
Not really. I have nothing in particular that's you know, just I enjoy life the way it is, and I still work part time at the hospital. Been there 10 years, and it's meeting people just to get to know people, let people be people. This fighting amongst politicians and all it's a bunch of bull to me, you know. And people would just stop and realize what they're saying and just relax. And but everybody's different, so I guess that's the way it's gonna be.
And may I post this to the internet?
You certainly can.
Thank you.
Hmm? No money in it for me? Just kidding. Hey, you guys want some fruit? Here, help yourself.